If you haven't seen my Hamnet review already, I thought the movie was fine. I thought the cinematography, the performances, the production design, all of the technical aspects, and all the directorial aspects were absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10, couldn't be touched. I think my only problems with the movie were just the third act, particularly when they did the needle drop for Max Richter's On the Nature of Daylight. Now, On the Nature of Daylight is a contemporary classical piano song that's composed by Max Richter that debuted in 2004 on his album, The Blue Notebooks. And ever since it debuted, I promise you, it has been used in so many movies and TV shows that has basically become meme level.
Harold and Since shook the hell out of it for no apparent reason. Smashed it on the ground, kicking it repeatedly. Took his Kleenex box, threw it across the room, then stormed the closet! Come on, say something. Something! Say something! Say something!
And I promise you, it's got to be some sort of like director's cheat code of the last like 10 or 15, 20 years, because how many times you hear this song in movies and TV shows is absolutely ridiculous.
Constance and I continued working with dogs because if you're around them long enough, they tend to get under your skin. And if you're lucky enough to have known a great one, they never really leave. They stay with you as long as you live, harnessed to your heart, giving their all.
And as film fans, we've all been fooled by this song at one point or another, whether that's been through watching Shutter Island, For me, it hit me when I saw Arrival from Denis Villeneuve, and this song was the bookend and the beginning of the end for that film.
This was the beginning of your story.
Like, what's the deal with this song? Is there just a stock library somewhere where there's like sad piano music and this one's one of the top picks?
1, 2, 3.
Spit.
Spit.
Yeah, but I did this one as well. No? I don't
Why
know.
did I choose this one?
They're basically equal though.
Like, are directors and editors just using this as a reference track and showing it to their composers, and the composers are saying, "Yo, I can't make anything as good as this. We gotta just leave it," and they end up leaving it?
上り下りでも相当良かったんだけども、だんだん自分が働かなくなってこういう風になっちゃったんだけども、道楽はお酒飲むだけであとは大丈夫仕事しててんだけど、これね大阪じゃない横浜へ軍事工場来た当時に死んだという。
I mean, honest to God, it's like if a director can't figure out a way to draw a tear out of their audience member, they just cut to this song and it's like automatically fixed.
Rather than use original music during the climax of the film, instead there's a needle drop for On the Nature of Daylight. But what was your decision like to use pre-existing music?
That was a gift. We didn't have the ending of the film. There was no that big cathartic moment. 4 days before we wrapped production, me and Jesse were both wondering, oh my God, we don't have a film. And then it was that song that made both of us a sobbing mess, but also inspired us to surrender to life. And in that process of surrendering, we realized the only way we are brave enough to surrender is if the illusion of separation dissolves, that we believe we're one. And that's where the idea of the hand came out of, that piece of music. And so for the next 4 days, we filmed everything with that piece of music on repeat over and over. And so it was embedded in the DNA of the scene, and it cannot be replaced spiritually.
I mean, in the case of Hamnet, the whole film was composed by Max Richter, so I get it. He's using his own song. But that actually kind of makes it a little bit more shameful because, my brother, you've seen how many times it's been used.
I did note that one of your most famous pieces, On the Nature of Daylight, is used in the score. And can you talk about why that was and where it seemed to work best?
Yeah, so this has a sort of interesting history, really. So this music wasn't in the film at all. Chloe didn't know the piece. Towards the end of the shoot, Chloe found herself dissatisfied with the written ending of the film. The way the film ends on the page is Hamlet dies, black, that's it, we're done. So that whole last sequence isn't on the page. So Jesse sent her On the Nature of Daylight. And Chloe listened to it in the car on the way to set 3 days, I think 3 or 4 days before the end of the shoot, and had a kind of epiphany and sort of had a vision of the end of the film. And got to set and said, okay, we're not shooting what we're supposed to be shooting, we're rewriting the end of the film, we're doing this. And then they played that music on the set 10 hours a day for 4 days, and they made the end of the film. I was actually there for one of those days, and so I kind of experienced what was going on there. And I thought, this is very beautiful, and now I'm going to go home and I'm going to write a cue for the end of the film because that's what I do, which I did do actually, and that music is actually on the end of the end credit roller. But talking with Chloe about it and getting a sense of sort of how sort of meaningful and important it was for her, the whole trajectory of getting to that point, getting to that ending of the film, and how the music had sort of, in a way, unlocked that for her. She was really adamant that this is going to be On the Nature of Daylight at the end of the film. And ultimately, she is a great filmmaker. The film is full of feeling, but it's also extremely clever. It's so beautifully put together. And I just thought, well, it's your movie. So I supported that idea.
And don't get me wrong, this song works because it's heavily emotional. It's the slow buildup, it's the piano, it's the strings, it's every single right kind of emotion that you want to elicit from an audience member in that right particular time. It's sad, it's epic, it's lingering, it's haunting, but tranquil. There's so many emotions that happen with this one particular song. No wonder it's a classic. And no wonder the movies that feature it often enter that classic status for a lot of people, like Arrival, like Shutter Island, like The Last of Us, like The Handmaid's Tale.
Try and be happy.
But now after seeing this song pop up in almost 15 different film and TV projects in only not even 20 years, 19 years since it came out, I'm calling on that. Like, I'm not rocking with that. Like, this song should not be licensed out to any more movies. Like, we have to put a complete stoppage on the Nature of Daylight being used in any film ever from this point.
Querida Matilde, as nuvens se foram, temos o sol no céu e você que está em nossos corações. É possível que chegue em outros corações. Outros perigos nos ameaçam. Em breve será difícil nos corresponder. Qualquer que seja a nossa sorte no futuro.
I mean, this is too much. This is extreme. And don't get me wrong, I understand it if when pop songs get used multiple times in multiple movies, yeah, they're pop songs, they're popular. That's why they should be like that. Or when it's like old Beethoven music, da-da-da. But when it's a more recent track that recently came out, and it's not only just a piece that is in the middle or in some sort of random scene in any kind of movie. No, it is always the most emotionally impactful, emotional crescendo of every film and television show that's featured in. It's literally the crux, the emotional crux for all of these different projects. And yet nobody, not one producer, not one director, not one editor, not anybody has seen any of the other movies that this song has been featured in and said, hey, maybe this feels too similar to the other thing that we saw the song in, right? I'm not trying to single out Chloe Zhao. This issue really kind of did start with me for The Last of Us, when The Last of Us did it. Because that was 2023, and by that point, we had already seen it in Arrival. We had already seen it in Stranger Than Fiction. We had already seen it in a bunch of Shutter Island, Handmaid's Tale, a bunch of other things. Please, please, if you're an up-and-coming director or writer or producer or editor or whatever you're doing, and you love this Max Richter On the Nature of Daylight song, please do not use it in your film. We're done with it. I'm done with it. I'm to hear with hearing this one composition, everything. It's like that one song that they used in the trailer for Lord of the Rings that literally would not stop being used in every single trailer throughout the 2000s. Like that, this is that, but on steroids, because it's not just happening in trailers, or it's not just happening in a action beat in the movie. This is the emotional crescendo of multiple films and televisions. I mean, come on now. Yeah, nah, I don't know. I'm not rocking with it. I'm not rocking with it. And honestly, it drug down Hamnet like 2 whole points out of 10, because like y'all could have found a different song, or y'all could have had Max Richter do something different. But we've seen this in Arrival. We've seen it in Shutter Island. We've seen it a bajillion times. And we just need to let this song breathe. It's a great song, but maybe not use it in any more film and TV for 10 years, 15 years. And then maybe let somebody else have fun with it in a later generation. But in this current era, I'm telling you, I'm tired of it. And we don't need to have the song in any more properties ever. For at least, again, 15, 20 years maybe.
Sous-lieutenant 4-7, mon général! Je vois que vous m'avez rayé de la liste des vivants! Les sous-officiers ne me saluent plus! Plus personne ne me regarde! Même les hommes de troupes m'ignorent!
But that's all I got, y'all. I had to just make a separate spin-off video of that, because I had to show, like, I had to talk about it, but I had to show y'all. This dang song's been used too many times in too many important moments for it to not stick out in my mind. And I know it sticks out in your mind too. So let me know down below. Are y'all tired of hearing this? Because I am. It's your boy RB3, Hamnet. Watch it. But also laugh with me and meme this out with me, because I think this is totally a meme. I don't know what's going on.